Someone said, if you speak the truth, leave town quickly. Oh, that's good advice. If you speak the truth, leave town quickly. Abraham Lincoln said this: silence makes cowards out of the best of men. Listen, you're better off to stay quiet and to be a coward than to ever get into the ministry. Because once you get into the ministry, you can't be quiet and you can't be a coward. That's my point. Matthew 4 and verse 17. Let's notice the effect of Jesus' ministry here, what his ministry was all about. From that time, Jesus began to preach, to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Okay, what was Jesus' ministry about? His message was repent. Repent of what? Sin. What is sin? Do you know? Chances are you don't. Sin is, 1 John 3:4, the breaking of God's law, the 10 Commandments. That's what sin. If you are breaking the 10 Commandments, you are choosing to sin. Okay. And you have a choice. Don't tell me you can't choose, you don't have a choice. That's a bunch of religious hogwash to tell me, oh, I don't have a choice, I can't help it, you know. No, you have a choice to choose to sin or not to sin. Now this little picture here explains how we live our lives. It's a tightrope, a man walking a tightrope between favor with man and favor with God. You know, and I tell you, walking that tightrope will wear you out mentally, physically. You'll just wear yourself, you'll emotionally be a mess, a wreck, because you're trying to walk the tightrope between favor with God and favor with man, and it doesn't work. Now, because most people are trying desperately to walk this tightrope, favor with man, favor with God, this is what Jesus says about those people. Let's notice it, John 2 and verse 23. Now, when he was at Jerusalem at the Passover in the feast days, hey, what's that? Feast days. Passover. Feast days. Nothing about Christmas, Easter, Halloween, or April Fool's Day. But in the feast days, many believed in his name when they saw the miracles which he did. But Jesus did not commit himself unto them, because he knew all men and needed not that any should testify of man, for he knew what was in man. Now, what did Jesus know about mankind? Well, let's go back to this tightrope between favor with man and favor with God. This is what Jesus knew. He knew what was in man. What is in man? Pretty much nothing more than a coward. That's what's in man. Man's not going to stand up for God. You know, I mean, don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. You will always fall back on favor with man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Silence makes cowards out of the best of men. Let me tell you, you're better off to stay quiet and be a coward than to ever get into the ministry. You know, Jesus, what am I saying? I'm saying Jesus' ministry was not something to be desired. And again, I've met all kinds of people who want to get into the ministry. I tell you, if I meet one more man that wants to get into the ministry, I'm going to vomit all over the place. I'm going to puke. I mean, I don't know. It's like, why? Why does your pea-brain mind think you want to get into the ministry?